What are we doing? Hello, everybody. Woo! All 18 of us. What an intimate setting. Hello. Oh, I see a lot of familiar names. How are you guys? Here we are. Reed's in the corner. Don't know if you can see him. There he is. Beetle's there too. Guys, I'm in the middle of being breadcrumbed, and I don't know how to deal with this. So I've been watching Susan Winter, my relationship coach goddess. She makes quality content on YouTube. Are you guys here? Hello? Are you here? Let me know if you're here. Hi, Basil. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hello everyone. Okay. So, I don't know what to talk about. I've had coffee this morning, so I also feel like really anxious, and I had gluten, which I shouldn't have had, so now I feel extra anxious, but I've been drinking a lot of CBD to counteract it all, which, you know, is a perfect way to go about things. But anyway, I'm currently editing and Googling breadcrumbing because I was dating someone who said at the last second he didn't want a relationship. And now he's just been breadcrumbing me once a month. And now we matched on a dating app. And he was like, hi, babe, how are you? And I was like, hi, I'm good. I'm looking for a relationship. What about you? And guess what? He hasn't responded. Has he responded? No, he hasn't responded. And therefore, I hate him. Why do people do this? Why do people breadcrumb? It makes me feel shitty. It makes me feel like, do you not, what? Like, what? What? Yes, it is a toxic dynamic. Yes, it is justified hate. It's like, what's your problem? And of course, he'll only respond to certain things. Like when Intervention came out, he was like, hey, babe, your video is beautiful. And I was like, thanks. Then, of course, if I post like my Calvin Klein thing, he's like, wow, babe, you look incredible. I'm like, thanks. And it's just like, everything is just like, hi, babe, how are you? Hey, babe, how are you? It's like, I'm not your fucking babe. Ah! And so I was asking Reed, I was like, Reed, can you please speak on behalf of men everywhere? Why do they do this, Reed?
I think it's just because they like to keep their options open. So they like spread it out all over the place, and they're like, oh, you're the best option if you go on.
But do people ever change then? Like, they don't change their minds if they're doing that to you. Because I feel like if you want to be in a relationship with someone, you see them and you know immediately you want to be in a relationship with them. I don't feel like that gradually grows from you keeping someone on the back burner.
True. I don't know. I think it depends on what stage of your life you're in. I think some people, they're like, oh, I want to keep all my options open because I don't want to be with the wrong person. So they're like, I need to just like wait until I fall madly in love with them in the very beginning. Ugh. And then when they can't find that person, they're like, well, who do I know from before?
Ew.
Like, who are my friends? That's my guess.
I don't want that. Ugh. Oh, guys, I hate that dating in LA is so hard, you guys. Everyone is such a commitment phobe. Everyone doesn't want to commit because they're waiting for the next best thing to come along. And you're like, you idiot. You idiot, I'm great. I'm just crying in the corner like, I'm great. I'm great. Girls too, though. I mean, it's not men exclusive. I know some women who are like that too, but I think when people keep you on the back burner, they don't actually like you enough to want to be in a relationship with you. And I don't think that changes. Like, and it's like, I don't want to be friends with someone I've fucked before and thought I was going to like be in a relationship with. Like, clearly you're not a friend that I want. I've been told by my therapist to avoid mind reading, but I stayed pretty upfront. Like this guy, like when he told me, like he was being weird and I was like, what's going on? He was like, I don't want a relationship. I was like, oh, well, I want a relationship. And like, I can't hang out with you and not develop feelings with you. So I'm going to have to just leave. And he keeps hitting me up and I'm like, you know that I want a relationship. And like, he's divorced. So I know he has like a lot of baggage, but it's just like, it's just very annoying when people in general do this because it's like, it's very inconsiderate of one's feelings. Like if I'm aware someone has feelings for me and I don't feel the same, and I don't want a relationship with them, then I make sure I don't contact them because that's mean and that's giving people hope, right? And I agree with you, Anne. I think who said that? Leanna. Yeah, I think if they if someone thinks you're the right person, even if they're not technically ready for a relationship, there's some effort there to make it known, like, hey, I really like you. Maybe I'm not ready, but I'd love to keep getting to know you or whatever. Like with this guy, I feel like it's just annoying. And also, this is very relevant to that video I just put out because I was like, well, I'm confused. So it means he must not like me enough, because if he liked me enough, I would know. And like, I am sort of dating someone else right now or going on dates with other people. And like, I'm very aware, like when they like me, I know because they are clear in their intentions. So this is just annoying. This is annoying. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So, hello, that's my problem. That's my problem, is everyone I like is emotionally unavailable, because that's the form of love that I recognize since my father was emotionally unavailable. So whenever I meet robots who can't commit, I'm like, this is the love I have experienced my entire life. This is who I must go to. And it's just a cycle of being a fucking dumbass bitch. So working on that. All right. I think it can change. Angelo, I don't agree, Angelo. I don't think it's going to change. Professor Cupert. For me, the issue is fear of hurting yourself. Yeah, I don't want to get hurt. Also, dating this guy has made me realize I can't have sex with people unless they're my boyfriend, because I just get emotionally attached and then I'm just disappointed and sad. First world problems, man. It's not first world problems. Love is a universal problem. Doesn't matter what kind of country you're in. There was a therapist who was treating Syrian refugees, and she said the most interesting thing was she felt ill-equipped to handle their problems. But most of the refugees wanted to talk about, like, I was in love with this person and now he's dating this person. Like, love and relationship and connection is like the number one thing for so many people. This is not a first world problem. This is a basic human problem, Wardonis. I disagree. Sylvia, I'm very bad at dating. Once I meet someone I like, I'll hold on to them and become jealous when they start talking to someone else. Yeah, I'm trying a rotational date because that was recommended to me by a dating coach, so that you don't get, if you have the problem of getting emotionally attached too quickly. She was like, rotational date. That way, like, you don't put all your eggs in one basket and feel horribly heartbroken when this doesn't work out. Have you heard Daddy Issues by Demi Lovato? Not a dig, just a hilarious song about going after the wrong guys. Yeah, I love Demi Lovato, and I have heard Daddy Issues. Rotational dating is good if everyone is aware you're doing so. I don't think so. I think, well, like, not like rotational dating in the sense of like commitment, but like if you're getting to know someone, and if someone asked me if I was dating other people, I would obviously say yes. But I've sort of been like a date one person at a time thing for like forever. And so I'm like, maybe this isn't serving me to date one person at a time. Cause then I'm just like super upset about all the time. All the time. Imagine, maybe it's just LA. Yeah, actually, I was telling Reed, my friend recently moved to Phoenix, and she was like, everyone here is looking to settle down. They're so like gentlemanly and like are looking to like find their wives or whatever. I was like, do I have to move to Phoenix and find my husband and then move back here? Glad you are safely far away. For the prettiest USB cashier to offer. I don't understand what that means, Tom. My brother's in LA and he has all sorts of stories. I bet. Even Reed has a lot of stories. Reed has a lot of dating horror stories, huh, Reed?
No, I actually don't.
What? I thought you said it was. You did.
I have like one.
Oh my God, Reed. Oh my God. You gotta get out there more. Tinder culture, some just want small term, some want forever. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. Dating is hard. It's very annoying. Are you exploring polyamory? No, I don't want polyamory. I just don't want to, like, I want to just find someone who to be a partner with. Like, I'm looking for my person. I do want to get married and I do want to have kids. But it's like, my problem has been I get so caught up in one person when I'm dating them. Like, I don't know their intentions. I don't know what they're looking for. And I try to be more upfront about that stuff. But that's like really intense shit to say on a first date, you know? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, because also I don't know if our dispositions are compatible or whatever. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Are there any haunted places I can visit in LA? I don't know, honestly. I'm not a big horror person.
Hotel Cecil?
Hotel what?
Cecil?
Cecil?
Or like stay on Main, that hotel?
Hotel Cecil, says Reed, for you. Maybe try girls again. Just an idea. I have dated a few girls. I think the issue is I've always known I've wanted to end up with a man. My bisexuality is not a pie. I'm definitely more male skewing, and I have wanted to end up with a man. So it feels a little unfair to other women that I'm dating who are looking for a serious life-term, like long partner to, date in that pool. So I'm also at a point where I like don't want to just be dating to date anymore. Like I want to find my person. What is this? Why can't people just live the thing with people for a little time instead of always looking for the next better thing? I don't know, Angelo. This is a question we all have. Do you feel like people know they treat relationships this way because of the need for ambition at a young age? I think so. Everyone here, it's like at parties, sometimes you're talking to someone and they're like looking behind you or like scanning the room to see if there's someone more interesting. Like I was talking to this guy at a party yesterday and he literally goes, okay, I'm going to go talk to other people now. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm right in the middle of a fucking sentence, but all right, asshole. And so I think it's like that. Like when you're dating people, they're constantly looking over your shoulder to be like, is there someone better here? And you're just like, oh my fucking God. So many people meet love through work, which is tricky. I agree. Most of the people I've dated, I've met through work, but it's hard now because I'm mostly self-employed. So I either work from home or everyone I meet is hired by me, and I don't want to do that weird power dynamic thing again because I've dated people who I've hired and then it's like weird because I can't be their boss and also be their girlfriend. It's just a weird thing. So many people, oh wait, I can't imagine dating a coworker. Yeah, maybe if I were like in a 9 to 5 or something or whatever, but not that I haven't met interesting hot people at work, but I fear the aftermath. Yeah, that can get kind of tricky. Yeah, I read Aziz Ansari's Modern Romance. It was a good one. 'Twas a good one. 'Twas interesting. I actually found out I was bisexual fairly recently. It suddenly clicked that while I prefer men aesthetically and physically, I also tend to prefer women more emotionally. I've been dating a girl since February now. Congratulations. That's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, if I met a girl and we like hit it off, I would not be opposed to it, Like ultimately, I think it really depends on the human being and like what's beneath everything and like how they get along with you and how happy you are together. So we'll see. I turned 24 on Friday and I've never dated. No worries, Danielle. Do you want to date? You don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah. Oh, literally, we're asking the same questions. Oh, God, you guys. Also, Raya is just full of fuck people. Like, honestly, full of fuck people. And I cannot deal with it. I cannot deal with it anymore. Part of me is like, maybe I will just be alone forever. Because also, there's a certain point where I need to tell the person that I'm dating, like, hey, I have 5 cats. And like, everyone's reaction is the same, where they're very freaked out. Because there's so much stigma against cats. So I understand that's the whole thing with me, but I bring many other things to the table along with the 5 cats. Like I built this table. That's why the table is here. I built it with my bare fucking hands. They haven't met Congo. I think that's the problem. I know. And I feel like if someone likes you enough, like 5 cats is like, whatever. And I'm always like, whatever. I didn't choose to have this many cats. They chose me. I saw them and I recognized that they were my children and I adopted them. So it's like, whatever. What the fucking ever. It's been a day, you guys. Oh, that's a cleaner. I thought it was someone having an asthma attack. Have you watched the show My Cat from Hell? I have not. Just need to find someone who's obsessed with cats as you are. I don't really want someone who's like obsessed with cats. Someone who just like loves animals would be fine. It is so good. People, but oh wait, what? Some people might need to more about how to cat to house ratio. I agree. That's another thing. Like when people hear that many cats, they're like, whoa. But I'm like, oh, I have a me into there to like watch me shower. That's when you're like, oh wow, yeah, there are a lot of cats here. Find yourself a vet. I can't. I think I have to do someone in the entertainment industry. I've tried dating people outside of it, and like I just like talking about work so much that they get very annoyed. And I'm like, okay, well, you don't. Whatever. because I like to talk about the things I do. You have someone feeling self-fulfilled can be really intimidating. You're in the best spot mentally that you've ever been. This is true. It is so good and talks about how people misunderstand how to take care of cats and the families and such. I agree. They probably hear 5 cats and think standard LA apartment size. Yeah. Couples that film together. I don't want to date another actor. No. Actors are, I can't. Male actors, stay away. Stay far away. I want like a DP, a director, or a writer. Like those people who are like really analytical and like love random things. Like if someone talks to me about cameras and like, yes, tell me all these things I don't understand. But an actor talking about their method, I'm like, oh my God, shut up. Maybe I'm the problem. I could never date someone who doesn't like animals. Yeah, when people don't like animals, it's a little alarming. One of my exes, we dated for a year and he still didn't know the name of all my cats. And I was like, oh, you're fucking dumb. No actors, just directors. I agree. Or cinematographers. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get, you guys. I do not want my partner in my creative work. I don't want someone who does the same thing that I do. I think that can breed like weird competition or power dynamic stuff. But I want someone who's industry adjacent or in the same industry, just in a different job. Because then I feel like you also enjoy a lot of the same things, like movie going or like any kind of creative endeavor or freelance work. Like there's just a mutual understanding there and an ability to support, which I think is good. Cast a glamour to attract a wonderful animal lover who directs and isn't I've cast many a glamour, done many a spell casts. It has not worked thus far. Photographers would be cool. I have a friend who dates one and she does graphic design and they're perfect. That's what I want. I want a photographer who will take photos of me for my Instagram and whose work I can promote and believe in. I was kind of dating a guy who was a photographer, but then I saw his work and I was like, oh, I don't like your work. Your work is ugly. And that was really hard because I was like, I can't date someone who I don't think is good at their job. As a writer who has dated visual artists, multiple creative people under the same roof can be a bit volatile. I need extra creativity, but I fear it, if that makes sense. I think so, because artists tend to be emotionally all over the place, but I think it really depends on the person too. What are you excited about coming up soon, creatively or in your personal time? Well, the Moroccan Lounge show on the 24th of July. I'm in rehearsals on that, and that should be fucking awesome. So that I'm very, very excited about. Kind of nervous. We're at like 110 tickets sold out of 250. So I'm like, what if nobody comes? What if I can't sell out the show? Am I a loser? But my friend Tessa told me like she didn't sell out a show for the first 4 years of her career and that most shows do not sell out. So I felt a little appeased in that. I'm also going to be in a new Netflix show. I don't know if I can technically talk about it yet, but I filmed that in September, so it'll come out next year. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Pretty Girls Don't Cry. The music video is going to come out on July 4th. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. Also, guys, Jeff has not responded. Jeff has not responded. Fuck you, Jeff. I know you're on Raya. Okay. Spells only work if you can affect the underlying meta framework. Are you talking about belief systems? What are all your cats' names? Lily, Jimmy, Congress, Abby, Beetle. It's not that you're the problem. It's that you're selective and have the benefit of knowing what does not work for you. Thanks, AJ. Yeah, I just have standards now. Frank, I cannot wait for it. I got tickets as soon as they went up. Woo! Thanks, Frank. Excited to see you. I think it's also really easy to focus on the problems when they're happening to you. This is true. 4th of July is my next best day then. I agree. Yes. Damn. Jeff? Okay, I'm going to show you guys this. Technically, you're not allowed to screenshot, right? But this isn't a screenshot. So let me just hide his face. Well, you don't fucking know. So this is what he said. Hi, babe. How are you? Is this showing up as backwards? It's showing up as backwards for me. But I said, hey, I'm good. Just looking for a relationship. What about you? Kissy face. Guess what? No response from Jeff. 0 response from Jeff. Because guess what, Jeff? You're not looking for anything other than to waste my goddamn time. I have a finite amount of life, Jeff, and you are not entitled to any more of it. Okay. I'm not bitter. Thanks, Danielle. I appreciate that. I will not be singing the Six Cats song, unfortunately. But you know what? We can sing it together at a later time. But I won't be doing that at the Moroccan Lounge. I live in New York and give to your Patreon. Thanks, Sarah. What are some good ways to support you out on the other coast? I don't know. Watching is nice. Supporting is nice. Sharing is nice. I mean, you're supporting right now, I would say. Bye-bye, Jeff. Hell yeah, Danielle. Hell yeah, Angelo. Bye-bye, Jeff. If I could ask something different, I'm looking to see a psychiatrist soon. Do you have any tips on what to expect? I would just try to find someone whose advice resonates with you. So bring a problem to the table and see what their solutions are or suggestions that they have for you and see if it resonates with you and is practical to your own life. Jeff is secretly watching. No, he's not. Jeff doesn't give a fuck about anything unless it's easy. Fellow NY, Sarah. Oh, yay. Everyone's on the coast. How interesting. Guys, I don't know what else. Sorry, it's been a day. It's been a day, you guys. It's been a day. It's been a day. I hope he's not watching. He's definitely not watching. There's zero chance in hell he's watching. Sometimes you just gotta rant and let it all. This is true. I called do you guys have Marco Polo? Marco Polo is this amazing app where it's like video walkie-talkie and you can do group chat. So like a whole bunch of you can like just record yourselves talking throughout the day and like it's instantaneous and you don't need to like send a giant video file to each other. But it's great because I can talk to them at all times of the day whenever they're available. And they're just amazing. And I have like 4 or 5 women in my life where when this stuff happens, I'm just like, please help me. How do I be a human? Am I being reasonable? And so it's fun. We should be entertaining, guys. More questions and stuff. Yes, agree, Danielle. Favorite food? Potatoes. Any form of potatoes. If he's watching, good. Learn, take notes. Guys, he's not. We're fine. We are 100% fine. Oh my God. I just don't want to hate men. I don't want to hate men. But the more I date, the more I secretly am like seething with like rage. And I know it's like a very generalized thing. And like, it's not even like, I don't see a guy and I'm like, fuck you. But it's more like in the dating sphere, like there's this like defeatedness of like, okay, how are you going to disappoint me? You know what I mean? And I was like, ooh, I got to work on this. I don't want to take this into my dating life. I love that poster behind you. Oh yeah, I love this one. I think I bought it from Society 6. What's your favorite movie recently? I don't know. I just saw Aladdin. I thought it was fine. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. What's your love language? Words of affirmation and gifts. I like really little gifts that show me that someone was thinking of me. Like one of my exes, every time he was a musician, every time he'd go to a new city, he'd just like send me a postcard or like a little trinket. And I was like, I am loved. When did you originally start working on your album? Almost 2 years ago, the fall of 2017. Do you listen to podcasts? Yes, I love Oprah's Super Soul. I love Jay Shetty's On Purpose. The Daily is also good. Invisibilia. I know you've answered this before, but what did you want to be when you were little? An actor. If you could climb a mountain, which one? Nope, none of them. People are dying left and right on Mount Everest. I am fine. If he is watching, how could he would comment with, hey, babe. This is true. Oh my God. Not your babe, Jeff. I love giving thoughtful gifts. Me too. I love giving gifts. I just love it so much. I made him this awesome vision board. And I was so proud of it. Do you watch The Handmaid's Tale? Yes, but I'm taking a break because it's continuing to solidify my belief that I hate men and that they're terrible. Have you seen Booksmart? Yes. I thought it was okay. What is your color code personality? I think I'm a blue red, whatever that is. I just did Enneagram 2. I'm a 3 on the Enneagram. I surround myself with women to the point where talking to a typical entitled white guy low-key traumatizes me. I know. I don't want to hate white men. I don't want to. I think I understand and I sympathize. It's, there's a certain level of difficulty when you've had privilege your whole life. Equality starts to feel like oppression. I get it. Your opinions are dismissed because you're at the top of the patriarchy. And understandably, that's not all your fault. You're just one individual in this macrocosm of society. But at the same time, I hate them. What's the best relationship you've ever been in? Why did it end? It's in the best relationship, I guess, 1.5 years ago, and it ended. I don't know why, because he freaked out. He just freaked out and he left. He left me, and I was broken. What are your plans for 4th of July? I'm releasing the Pretty Girls music video, and that's all I know. Actually, that's a good question. What are my plans for the 4th of July? What are our plans for the 4th of July? Hitting up my friend group. Okay. The mountain of self-worth. Yes. Left-handed or right-handed? Right-handed. You could live anywhere in the world. Where would you? LA, baby. I love it. Maybe you just need a break from searching and coast for a moment. Well, I took 1.5 years off to rebuild myself. So now I'm finally coming out. Wait, oh my God, Michelle, did you tell Anne about the text? What text? What happened? Oh my God. Drama in the group. What's going on with my girlfriends? Maybe random, but what do you now think of Riley Rewind? I am embarrassed. Oh my God, Jason texted her. Oh my God, tell me everything. One of my best friends, Michelle Macedo, who's actually opening for me for the show, was dating this terrible man. Okay, he would order Postmates and not ask her if she wanted anything. And they lived together. And he would have a Postmates be delivered for him for lunch. And she'd be like, oh, you ordered food? He'd be like, yeah. And she'd be like, why didn't you ask me if I wanted anything? He didn't care. Also, he owes her $5,000 in rent, but sent her a Venmo request for $200 for furniture that he chipped in on. And she didn't even want that furniture. And he was supposed to take it away. And he was like, can you just sell it? That would be easier. And I was like, what? And he's a fucking graphic designer, and he told her that making music and performing music was much easier than being a graphic designer at a giant corporation. And I hate this man with the intensity of 1,000 suns because he would also cut her down. Oh my God, you guys, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Oh, and literally he moved out and he asked her, he randomly texted her 3 months while they were broken up to meet him at 365. And she was like, why? That's a grocery store for those of you who don't know. And she was like, why? And he was like, well, my car broke down and I need someone to jump my car. And she was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you live 3 blocks from the 365. She was like, I'm not going to come jump your fucking car. And he's like, well, also I'm trying to buy a coffee, but my credit card got declined. So can you just come and buy me a coffee and jump my car? And I was like, so much. You guys don't understand how much I hate everyone. So much. He also has a dog and he doesn't take care of his dog. She would take care of the dog the entire time. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to air her business. This is private. I should know better. But oh my God. Okay. What was Daniel Radcliffe like? Daniel Radcliffe was so nice. He introduced everybody to he introduced himself firsthand to everybody on the set. He was just such a lovely gentleman. I loved him. Thank goodness she is out of that. I don't know. She's way better than that. And she's gorgeous. Her and her twin are fucking gorgeous. And the men that they date treat them like trash. It's like that Kylie Jenner meme where it's when you date someone who's not cute and they start treating you like you're not cute. All my girlfriends and I are talking about this where you're dating someone who maybe you don't even find that attractive because you're maybe he's really nice. Maybe he's really smart. Maybe he has other things to offer. Looks aren't everything. And then you date them and they start treating you like you're this fugly piece of trash. And you're just what is happening? What? It's looks aren't everything, but if I'm much more attractive than you, I'm clearly hoping you bring other amazing qualities to the table. I would hope you treat me nicely. I would think you're a nice person because maybe you've developed character over the years of growing up with social media being in your face that physical attractiveness is such an important virtue. Okay, we've got 1 more minute. So he has no friends, no money, and no sense. Yes, Victor, he makes more than her, but he is in fucking ginormous credit card debt. It is crazy. It is crazy. He owes her so much money. I hate him. Okay. Sadly, I have known guys like this. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is this a real phenomenon? Yes, it is. Oh, I know men like that. Ha ha ha. I know. It's to boost their own ego, and then they blame everything on them not being attractive. Is it possible there's an excess of amazing women compared to me as a lesbian? Yes, there's so many women I know who are like, I'm in a pottery class. I'm doing this kind of life coaching. I'm doing this therapy. And like all my guy friends are like, I'm fine. I'm 33 and I don't have credit. And I live in a room with like 5 other men. And I don't none of my shit together. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not saying attractiveness is a virtue, but I'm saying our society as a whole pushes physical attractiveness as a virtue. And so we grow up in a culture that highly values physical attractiveness. And therefore, you would assume that if someone is not physically attractive, that life has maybe like pushed that in their face. And as a result, they've either had to develop a sense of humor, a sense of compassion. Maybe they've cultivated being a very kind human being. But more often than not, it's the opposite. It's that society tells all these very average men that they can get the hottest women in the world and not have to do anything. Have you watched The Long Shot? I don't believe a world in which Charlize Theron gets with Seth Rogen. I'm sorry that I cannot suspend my disbelief. She's the most beautiful woman on the planet. Have you watched Always Be My Maybe? I love Randall Park and I love Ali Wong, but that story basically says you can be the most average, dumbest man in the world and you can have this amazing, successful, beautiful woman, and you can also put down the fact that she has a career and you'd be upset that you just have to hold her purse while she takes a fucking photo. Okay. Yes. All right, guys, I have to go. I have to go. I'm getting really worked up. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Not bitter at all. I'm doing great. Clearly, my mental health is in a good place. I'm back in therapy, but my therapist had to cancel this week because she's been sick. So, you know. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. And I'm excited for you to see Pretty Girls Don't Cry. Okay, bye guys. Have a good one. Don't be a Jeff. This is true. Mwah. Oh my God.